B.S. Sika, Director General, CEO, National Council for Arts and Culture.
I'm just telling Nigeria what really informed this summit you are putting together.
Well, the summit is the 54th anniversary of this summit. The summit has always been a pre-NAFEST summit, but I expanded it and I've adjusted it to include the multilaterals, the private sector, NCAC partners, the ministry, and all the other agencies in the ministry. Because I believe in collaboration. I believe that for us to grow, we need to grow together. We need to be aligned. And if people are not aligned, you have difficulty. So we expanded it. We changed the name to the Culture and Creative Economy Summit. And this is the first one in the series of 54.
So what would Nigeria expect at the end?
We expect aligned outcomes towards a bigger and better future. What we're looking for is resources. We've been promised resources by the federal government, but we're not just waiting for government. We're working with the multilaterals, we're working with the private sector. All of the programs I've rolled out since I came, I don't yet have funding, so I've rolled them out with partners. And as we move into implementation, then I hope then we'll begin to check the results on how far we've gone.
So what really led to the theme of this year summit?
Connected culture. Yeah. That's the theme of NAFEST this year. So that's the theme. You know, the thing about it is, the theme of the summit is enhancing economic growth and expansion, but the theme of NAFEST is connected culture. Because what we feel is that Nigerians talk about unity and diversity. I'm like, no, it's connected culture. We all have wedding ceremony, we all have burial ceremony, we all have death ceremony. And we all use music as ritual. We all use dance as ritual. So we're all connected. And all Nigerians share 98.5% the same DNA, mitochondrial DNA, which is scientific. Nothing's based on emotion. Do you understand? And we've been in the same place for at least 1 million years. So we came before everybody. That's why it's called Origins. So I have a platform called Origins, a platform called ICE. Origins is the aggregation of our history. ICE is our capacity building. And there's a few other things you should wait and hear from our partners later today.
Your message for Nigeria, especially looking forward for promoting culture in Nigeria. What message?
I think just like our theme song says, I believe, right? I believe in Nigerians. I believe in Nigeria. I think Nigerians have the most incredible capacity. I think the truth of the matter is that when I look at Nigeria and all the assets Nigeria has, the number one asset Nigeria actually has is the Nigerian. So if you invest in the Nigerian, you will never have any problems. Invest in Nigerians and let's own the future. That's the message.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
My name is Mopelola Olufumilayo Adejon, Minister of Tourism.
So, we are talking about annexing the power of creativity for economic growth. What does it mean to your organization, the tourist sectors, and also Nigeria entirely?
Annexing the power.
Yeah.
Yeah, it means diversifying the power, the economy, diversifying the economy so that we are not just dependent on oil, but also dependent on other things that the country has to offer. And we can make money, create jobs, and what have you.
I mean, it's no longer your sector, tourism sector, has a lot of programs like this, very good programs geared towards our promoting our culture. Can you just tell us some of the areas we are looking up to vis-a-vis supporting this kind of
initiative? Just like culture talked about doing some things like telling stories, we are very passionate about domestic tourism, community-based tourism. So from the community up to local government level, up to the state, up to federal, we believe the power is in the hands of the community. They're the ones that know the stories, they're the ones that have the culture, and they're the ones that can sell the culture and share it with everybody. And it is from there jobs can be created. I mean, not white-collar jobs, but, you know, jobs like even if you are selling food, you are selling water, you are selling souvenirs, that is where the power is.
Moving forward, on the final note, are you in support of bringing our culture to reality instead of abiding with all of the things we are talking about in Nigeria? Because when we abide with our culture, it will go along with in promoting our economy. Because it is no longer that most of the things we are facing in Nigeria is because of we fail to promote our culture.
Well, the good thing I mean, I'm not a politician, but one thing I like about this administration is that the president truly believes in the power of tourism. He believes that we ourselves can generate the kind of revenues and we can change the narrative for Nigeria. It is a deep passion, and I feel it for him more than he himself. I believe that we have the power.
Okay, man, looking at Kemar, what's the message for Nigerians?
What's the message?
For Nigerians.
We should love our country. We should be proud of our country. We have so much to offer. Yes, people are complaining about one thing or the other. But you know what? Everybody that complains, if they just do a little, they can make things right. And it's all of us collectively that can change the narrative.
Bankole Ojo, the Honourable Commissioner for Culture and Tourism, Osun State.
What are you taking away from it?
We are developing, we are moving ahead. A roadmap is being directed and it's something we are buying into. We love the way the minister is saying it, the way the DG is speaking about it. We commissioners are keen to it too, and we promise to work hard. And we pray that it works out very well for us, for Nigerians, for the state.
Cultural creativity is what we are talking about here.
Economic.
And for economic development, are you sure that the government of the day is ready?
In collaboration with the state government.
Well, if you say it's ready or not, look, the longest journey starts with a step. They've taken a step, so we are ready.
On your own, from your own state, what are some of the?
If you check my state we have a symbol in culture and tourist attraction. My governor is a signature. We are ready. You know my governor? Can you make a guess?
Adaleki.
Oh, Adeleke is a symbol when it comes to tourism and culture. So there is no doubt about it. We are there. We are ready to work for it, and we are working for it.
The message for Nigeria.
Well, my message for Nigeria is that culture and tourism is a hidden gold mine. The issue is that basically nobody is useless when it comes to culture. You see singers, you see chanters, you see people who dance. There are a lot of ways of making money. Well, culture and tourism is the way to go. But most important is that let us be receptive to our people. Let us be accommodating and be open and transparent. Nigeria, we have a lot of work to go, and we are going to go very well.
Your next again.
Ojo Abiodun Bankole, Honourable Commissioner Culture and Tourism, Osun State.
Okay, sir.
Okay, I'm Professor Rasaki Ojubakari, Honourable Commissioner for Arts, Culture and Creative Economy, Ekiti State, and the Chairman of Forum of Nigerian Commissioners of Arts, Culture, Tourism and Heritage.
So we are here to be part of today's summit.
Yes.
Sir, how will you describe the summit?
Very good, very illuminating. It's good that we are all here because of the passion, the drive and commitment of the Honourable Minister of Arts, Culture and Creative Economy to the new agenda, which is to partner intentionally with the subnationals to make sure that arts, culture and creative economy actually become mainstream into the development of our state and the nation financially. So it is good that we're here.
Okay, looking at harnessing the power of creativity and economic growth, what does it mean to Nigeria's tourist sector and also the arts and culture? What does it mean to?
Well, what it means is we've always known that the products of our creative energies in the different forms of creative arts are not just end in themselves, they are means to an end. The end is for them to lead to economic development, economic growth and sustainability, job creation and everything that drives good life and good living. So we knew of course, that if you annex the potentials of the creative sector, it will lead to economic buoyancy. But we have been reminded, and it's another wake-up call, so that we do all the doables, so that we can deliver the deliverables.
Tell us something you have done in Ekiti State in order to promote our heritage culture.
Oh, many of them. We've just finished the Ekiti State Festival of Arts and Culture, a 7-day events that brought all the 38 local governments and LCDAs. At the end of the day, we had catered for both the entertainment and cultural and tourism needs of over 250,000 people by the time. I mean, within 7 days, you know. So that's the most recent. As we speak, Ekiti State is building a 2 billion naira Center for Arts and Culture, International Center for Arts and Culture, which will probably be the largest in Nigeria when completed. All the facilities are going to be there, including, an academy for the study of arts and culture. If I may mention more than two, around mid-year, my governor became the first person in Nigeria, the first leader in Nigeria to implement the Arts Endowment Fund. He gave Arts Endowment Fund to workers in the creative sector of Ekiti State. That was around, no, I can't mention the figure now, but it covers most of those who work in that sector. In the private sector, I mean, private sector workers, and even associations, okay, arts and cultural associations. So we are doing a lot of things.
So when you were sitting inside, you made mention of, or you emphasized the need or the readiness of state governors to key into this initiative. How ready are state governors to tap into this?
So, like I said, all the governors have woken up to the reality that you need increased IGR, and if you need increased IGR, then you cannot joke with, you cannot snub art, culture, and tourism sector. Okay, with that, all our governors are up and doing, and it can only be better.
Thank you.
My names are Mr. DK Godwill Eleberi. I'm the Acting Executive Director of the River State Council for Arts and Culture, Port Harcourt.
You are welcome, sir.
Thank you.
So how will you try important on this summit to national development?
Well, for now, it's the first summit of this kind. We've been coming for stakeholders meeting. Let me say that I'm impressed with all that has happened. One thing is talking about policy, another thing is carrying it out. I believe that if all that we have discussed so far is pushed, then we see a future for culture and tourism in Nigeria, where we who are practitioners in the field hope and know that culture and tourism can drive even far better than crude in the nearest future.
In order to enhance our creativity sectors or acts we are talking about.
Well, if you talk about arts and culture and tourism in Nigeria, you cannot take out River State. We're talking about 1977, FESTAC. River State was in forefront of its organization. And then if you talk about carnivals in Nigeria, River State started the first Carnival, it was called. You see, just like I said, it's follow-up that is the matter. River State also is the first cultural center in Nigeria, established in 1972 by the then Datus Fifth military government. And since then, River State has been in forefront when it comes to culture and tourism in Nigeria. Although, policies and then persons have not come in, let me say the private sector have not come in to push for it. But I know and I still believe that River State has all it takes to showcase and to bring culture and tourism to limelight.
In the area of promoting culture again, is there any program for Riverians and youth in order to move culture forward?
Yes, there is. And I know that the present government is doing so much to see how they can bring in the youths into it. And then just recently, I think today, there is a meeting between the federal government and the state where the House of Reps member, Federal House, has a project we are carrying out to the federal government in Opopo, where they are trying to build a resource center immortalizing the King Jaja of Opopo. You are aware of that. If you know who King Jaja of Opopo is, then you know what trade and then what oil and crude, where it started, the trade, and that man who fought against slavery in Africa to stop slavery. So that's what is going on right now in Rivers State. And the Honourable Minister is part of it.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.